We're here with Damian Rhodes, of course, my co-host on the Orange Zone, of course, former Orange Star running back. And Damian, you must be pretty excited today about this bowl.
It's awesome. Chance for those kids and the staff to go out on the right note. The way they finished the year, the way they played the whole year. Talk about character. They had ups and downs, but the fight in them never stopped. And as Coach Schiffer announced rather when he started, they're going to be a hard-nosed team. And part of being hard-nosed is being mentally tough, and they were able to do that. And for the seniors, third bowl game in 4 years, and might make it a third win in 4 years, which is hasn't been done in a while, and it's great for the SU football program.
Absolutely, you have unique insight on this on a couple fronts. We'll start from the player perspective. In 04, when you were a junior with the Orange, what was that feeling like when you finally saw, okay, Syracuse going to the Champ Sports Bowl? What is that feeling like when you find out finally your bowl fate?
You're happy. More, not necessarily the bowl fate. It's more happy that you have a chance to play another game. That team. That will be the last time that team as a whole will be together. Because as you know, the next season, some kids leave and new kids come out.
Right.
So for that team, it'll be the last game you play as a team, and then you have a chance to go out and compete one more time. You never wanted the season to end, and you want to try to end it on a good note and get ready for a bowl game. Plus, you get to go someplace a little different.
And in your professional career, of course, you played for the Houston Texans. You know this city pretty much inside and out. What can Orange fans expect if they decide to make the trek down there?
Well, they should definitely make the trip down there. It's pretty easy flying. You fly right into George Bush International, which is about 15, 20 minutes north of the city. The city itself it's gorgeous. I was blown away when I was down there, and it's only grown out even more. It's a very live new city. So many things to do for those golfers up here who want to dust their clubs off one more time. Great golf courses down there.
Might not be pretty for me, but
I mean, they play the Shell Houston Open up north.
That's
down
true.
there. So, no, it's an unbelievable city. Great restaurants, so much to do. Whether you have kids with you, no matter what demographic you're in, a lot of activity.
And talk about this for, obviously Syracuse not in the ACC pool of bowls, but Dr. Gross gets out there and gets a marquee bowl against a BCS level opponent. How impressive is that? First of all, from the administrative standpoint, but then also for a fun bowl game.
Well, it shows the commitment and fight they have to this program now, and it's something that's needed to be done, and they're backing it. And it almost worked out better that we didn't get one of those ACC bowls. We could have ended up playing, kind of more of a marginal bowl against a not known opponent, but this is an ACC Big Ten game. It's a high-profile game, the only game that's going to be on that night, at that time slot rather, and a chance to go out there and get revenge on a team that beat us last year.
People look at Minnesota on paper. They see an 8-4 team in Big Ten football. A couple things I want to point out and have you react to that is, number one, Big Ten was a little bit down this year, but also Minnesota. If you take away the record, you look, they're very similar to Syracuse in the sense that the offense is actually, I don't want to say is good, but they have less yards per game, and the defense is actually slightly worse if you go by the national statistics.
Right.
Have you looked at this matchup at all just yet?
Not a whole lot yet, but I do know that Minnesota, regardless, a lot of people say the Big Ten was down, this, that, and the other. It is what it was, and all they could do is play the schedule that we got, and they did a good job with that schedule. They're a well-coached team. They play hard. They play physical. They're a hard-nosed, physical, scrappy kind of team just like we are. So in terms of that, the game last year kind of spoke to that, 17-10.
Yeah.
Granted, we turned the ball over a bunch of times, which doesn't help. So I think if we can just go out there and play the way that we've shown we can play, only team in the country not to let up a 100-yard rusher the whole year. If we can continue to do that, and that's what Minnesota wants to do. They want to try to pound the ball. If we can stop them from doing that, make them pass, we should be able to get after them on that standpoint. And then you got to think Terrell Hunt, with his confidence leaving from last week, or from the last game against BC, where he left off, talking to some of the players. He's, that confidence hasn't gone yet. He still has it. They're doing 7-on-7s right now, trying to stay sharp. So I look forward to that as well.
So December 27th, 6 o'clock, the only bowl game going on at this time, the Texas Bowl between Syracuse and Minnesota. I'm pretty excited for that. How about you?
It should be a good time.
Absolutely. Damian Rhodes, thank you so much for joining us. As you did all season, of course, we'll be checking in with you as we get closer to the bowl game.